give a fuck what you niggas done. I don't give a fuck where you niggas from. Throw you in your mouth, go and get a gun. Niggas slumped on the scene, that's a hit and run. All y'all bloods now, all y'all crips now. Fuck it, I'm Big Jaws, I'm Jake Prince now. I'm frontline wars, we can't fix now. Bro, latex gloves, that's no Prince now. If you broke friends, you got a gym now. Couple things you can't buy inside this town. Loyalty, love, and respect. The niggas really start you out your check. Y'all names, cause I'm sucker proof. I don't play no games, boy, I'm bustin' proof. Pop at you names, cause I'm sucker proof. Don't play no games, boy, I'm bustin' proof. Pop at you names, cause I'm sucker proof. Don't play no games, boy, I'm bustin' proof. Pop at you names, cause I'm sucker proof. Don't play no games, boy, I'm bustin' proof. I don't give a fuck how you niggas feel. I can tell a fake, I can tell a real. Got a purple heart out the battlefield. And watch me levitate to 100 mil. Fuck a pound, nigga, fuck a pill. I negotiate a better deal. Fuck around, nigga, yes I will. Take a life or I take a ill. Time to even out the playing field. These niggas wasn't playing fair. Solo still made it here. Rich real nigga, ask your bitch how that make her feel. Hey. Original man, touch your road and tear up 1,000. The streets them up our own. You know no drop on the streets, man, that's on your own. Shalom. Hope all is well. Hope everybody's having a good day, good night, or good morning, whatever time you happen to be listening to this. That pro-black bridge is falling down. You start discovering a lot of things on YouTube once you learn the psyche of a lot of these YouTubers, quote unquote, your favorite YouTubers. But you start realizing that a lot of these people, they're not really pro-black, they're really just pro-opportunity. I never got on YouTube and said I was in some regime. I never got on YouTube and said I was with a cult. I got on YouTube strictly to meet like-minded people and voice my opinion on things. Because I seen there was such a void of good brothers showcasing love for their women. I didn't see that when I got on YouTube. When I got on YouTube, everybody was beefing. There were gender wars. I got caught in the middle of that shit. And it was weird. It was very weird. I'm like, I'm not no tap dancer, boy. I love my woman. Right now, I don't know if I can say I like them, but I love my women. I don't hate my women. They're unbearable. It takes a lot to deal with them. And then you ask yourself, why do you have to deal with them? Why do you even have to deal? Right? We're the only group that have to deal with their women. And then you have to think to yourself, is that something that you want to do? Is that a step you want to take? Dealing.
Or do you want to be with other opportunities, other options, where you don't have to deal? I noticed that a lot of sisters use challenge to keep you roped in this pro-black guilt, this pro-whack guilt, if you will. They could talk a lot of shit, get out of line, disrespectful, but then they think nothing can happen to them because of the state that we're in. I will never let a motherfucker use the love that I have for my people against me. That'll never happen. You will never sit here and say, because I love my people, I'll let a fucking crazy bitch talk to me wild. That'll never happen. If you think that, stop with the drugs that you're on. I don't know what the hell you think you're on or what the hell you're doing. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. I'll never let a motherfucker talk to me like that. Man or woman. If you man enough or woman enough to have big words and throw stones, why wouldn't you expect a big ass boulder to break your neck? Like crush that shit. Pro-blacks are becoming the funniest shit on earth. They got such a cult following that it doesn't even pan out. Because everybody that's a pro-black on the internet, I should say, all know each other. Pro-blacks aren't supposed to know each other. Pro-blacks are supposed to be introduced to one another. They're supposed to learn one another. They're supposed to know one another. Get familiar. They're not supposed to be a gang. They're not supposed to be a cult. And they're not supposed to be fishing for views and subs. That's the internet. Now, when I got on here, I was naive. I didn't think that a lot of these things that were going on were as bad as it was. When you heard about beefs, when you heard about a sister or a brother with beef, you was just like, oh, okay. It was entertaining, but you was just like, oh, happens, right? It's life. But when it starts happening to you, it's different. It's like, I didn't want to be a YouTuber that beefed with people. That's not what I got on YouTube for. I wanted to reach out to like-minded people, like I said. And make sure the real decent quality of melanated women are uplifted. Not the psycho ratchet thought bitches, not them. The sisters that respect brothers that do their diligence. Even though they don't always say it, there are a few sisters that you could see that appreciate appreciation. Because our women have been subject to a lot of things. And I understand that. I'm not blind to that. That's why I do what I do. But you can't tell me that you've been through all this shit and then you turn around and disrespect the very same men that are trying to uplift you, trying to protect you. What type of sense does that make? So, I never said I was pro-black or any of this shit when I got on YouTube. I'm pro my people. I'm pro my people's advancement and moving forward and doing something. not living on YouTube, doing hangouts after hangouts. It's fun. The one thing I like about YouTube though, because I say it's fun, because this is liberating. It's fun to unload your thoughts. When you think about something, bam, you got a video diary. That's fun. It's crazy that your channel will never be big, so you can pretty much say what the F you want, because a lot of people don't even care about channels like this. They want the drama, they want the beef, they want that YouTuber versus that YouTuber. And I'm learning on YouTube. I'm learning who to interact with and who not to interact with, and the funny ones, and then the overly dramatic ones, and then the overly ratchet ones. It's funny that we have pro-blacks, a lot of pro-blacks that say they're not that, or they say we're not that, we're not thugs, we're not hoes, we're not ratchet, but these be the main ones that are thugs and ratchet and all that shit together. Whatever ratchet is, I'm still not really quite sure what that is. I really think that's just, some stupid, way of saying ghetto, I guess. That's another way of saying ghetto, I guess. I'm not quite sure. I don't care, because I use stereotypical words like Pookie and Ray Ray and Thought and Ratchet. I'm using this in the context of, I know when I say this, you're gonna know what I mean. It's just like saying black, even though I don't like to use the word black, and I don't use the word black. I don't like it, and I don't think black is an accurate word for us. The pro-black bridge is falling, and who's gonna repair it? Are we gonna blame everybody for our problems? Are brothers gonna ever learn how to work together, interact together, build something for them? You don't have to necessarily build for other people, but build for your nation. Build for the sake of yourself to build. Build your mind. It doesn't even always have to be physical. Get a couple of classes. You see brothers in there, talk to them, interact with them. Let brothers know your backstory, let them know your backdrop. We as the men of the tribe, if we can't be men, how are the women gonna follow? You gotta lead. And I do say follow, because I know this is a hot button issue. I do understand that there are a lot of feminazi bots out there that don't want to be led, and they want to be their own women. They want to be, I'm in charge, I don't need no man. Okay. I don't understand when they say that, and then when they get their ass beat up, that's when they're saying, well, the brother man don't protect shit. They don't protect nothing. But you just said you was a man. You said you was a man. Big, strong man with a vagina. You said that. You didn't need a man raising that boy to be a man, because you said that. You said that. You said that. No smart sister in her mind is going to say, I don't need a man. Just like no brother in his right mind is going to say, I don't need a woman. That's what you put on earth for. Now, you don't need the opposite sex to function in life. That's not what I'm saying, if that's how you took it. bit. Let me explain a little bit. You put on Earth, basically, have sex, reproduce, and die. What you do in between all that is up to you. How you choose to live your life is up to you. All the other stuff, that's just birds. It ain't nothing. It don't mean anything, and it's never gonna mean anything. I like to see the melanated people do better. I want to see them get on that throne. I want to see the sisters be the strong queens I know they could be. I want to see the kings lead swords, armor, and all shields. But we got to put down the egos. We got to put down this foolish pride, this toxic pride. Because the real definition of pride is supposed to be self-worth, self-value. It's not supposed to be, oh, you did that, I ain't talking. Whoa. I don't hate anybody, look. Let me tell you, though. The most drama that I've had on YouTube is from my own people. The worst behavior in situations I get in, the most toxic situations I get in on YouTube is from my own people. The bullying, the disrespect comes from my own women. This is while trying to uplift them. Or uplifting them, because I don't try, I do it, and I'm getting disrespected at the same time. That's how you get your Tommies and all these other YouTubers that hate these women, hate their guts. Here's a brother uplifting his own women and getting disrespected 24/7 by them. There you have it. Now you have a Tommy. But I don't knock a lot of these sisters because I understand that we're dealing with a certain situation. We're dealing with a different element. Our sisters go through a lot, but so do the brothers. So let's not act like it's just the sisters. Brothers go through a lot too. The pressures to provide, to be a stand-up man, take care of their families, and, so forth. But, I got criticized for not having kids and not having a baby, or, that came from a woman. It's crazy, I never thought, you'll get criticized for not having a kid, not having a jail record, trying to be a good man and trying to do the right thing, but actually doing it. And because I don't have a bunch of babies running around, that makes me some type of failure. I couldn't believe that person said that to me. It was crazy. It was something new. Never heard it before. No, I don't plan on having children just to have children to please anybody. If I can't take care of the kid, why would I have it? If I don't like the female that I'm having a kid with, why would I have a kid with? I don't know this woman. I don't know this sister. Because I've only dated sisters. And a couple of biracial women. That's all I've dated. Sisters. So I'm not going to just pick a random sister to breed with and then be stuck with a kid and then be a statistic. I didn't work it's hard in life to be a statistic. So when people are calling people out for not having kids in this community, I think that's one of the sickest shit that I've ever seen in my life. And this be ratchet ghetto thought motherfuckers that are supposed to be supposedly pro-black. But you mad at other people because they don't have a billion kids? I don't understand that. Maybe they don't want to be a statistic. You know, it's really hard to find a good mate. Nobody just want vagina and peen. Because then you just going to have a kid who's going to be just another statistic in the system. Because, oh, mommy and daddy don't get along. So now you got to go from house to house. You got 2 separate holidays. I'm not going to do that. I want to have a beautiful queen, intelligent queen, a spiritual queen, one that doesn't disrespect my presence, my authority, my everything, my leadership, none of that. Advice, I don't want a woman to constantly challenge everything that I say, everything that I do. Think about it. A lot of these people, these pro-blacks, a lot of them been in jail, drug addicts, all this shit. A lot of kids, hoes, former prostitutes, and they supposed to represent pro-black. They supposed to represent the good in the community, while they're talking shit about thugs and all these degenerates that are messing up the community. But these are your pro-blacks, gangsters and thugs and whores and thoughts, bitches, drug addicts, pro-blacks. And go ahead and research that. Go research your top YouTuber and do some research. I'm not going to drop any names, but those are your pro-blacks. Those are all your pro-blacks. That's who you guys are supporting every day. But you're wrong for not wanting to drop a seed, go to school, and have some money in your pocket. That's crazy. I thought that was insane, but it is what it is. You let it be. You let it be. A lot of these pro-blacks are failing. Their own little group and their own little cult, their own little gang is failing. It's not going anywhere. Not on the internet. Definitely not on the internet. Off the internet, I could get with my people. I love my people because it ain't no characters. I get to meet you. Not all this African mumbo jumbo shit. This Wakanda, you know, we're not building fake worlds. It's cool to embrace your bloodline. I love having African blood, or Kibalan blood, or Negro land blood. I love having that. But I'm not walking around in some costume or some charade, some, you know, character all day long. I'm a real person. I show respect to those that show respect to me. You talk to me like you got some damn sense, I talk to you like you have some damn sense. That's not this pro-black, this pro-whack shit. That's just human nature. Pro-whacks fail because they don't call out the degeneracy in their own community. They're not talking about this pro-black guy talking about raping little boys and little girls, but y'all don't care about that, right? And a lot of y'all got kids probably listening to this. Probably got kids, but you don't care that your favorite pro-black said he'll rape a little boy, rape a little girl. Disturbing. Disturbing. You don't care about that though, right? You worried about the beef between this sister and this sister on YouTube. Or you creating beef yourself. from your mouth or from your gossip, all that. Because that's just what pro-blacks do. That's just what we're known for. And we're supposed to be fighting white supremacy. We're supposed to be dispatching the system, right? We're supposed to be going at the system, right? Am I wrong? But every day, it always seems like we're fighting each other. And we're trying to do the most horrific things to one another. We're trying to say the most horrific things to one another. We were never taught how to respect one another. We were never taught as brothers, as men, how to be men. Because in our minds, our women are little girls. That's just the reality. But the men are little boys. A lot of it don't matter how deep your voice is, it don't matter anything. It don't matter any of those things. A lot of these dudes on YouTube that's melanated are boys. Because a lot of them didn't have fathers. And if you didn't have fathers, I'm not speaking about you. But the ones that didn't have fathers, you're still a boy. Still a boy. I'm learning every day. Because the system had me, had my family. In and out of jail, in and out of prison. In and out of handcuffs at an early age. The system had you. The system calls your number as soon as you come out of that womb. As soon as you come out of that vagina. The system has your name. And it calls it. It calls your name, then it calls those numbers. So you're still learning. You're still learning how to be a man. A lot of sisters didn't have their dad. Because if you didn't have your dad, how did she have her dad? Right? You get it, right? It's a system. It's a system put in place. It's not just the welfare. It's not just the jail system. It's the mindset. You put all that together, you have our community. I saw that. That's true. I like that. That's just reality that clicked in my head. Because you have a lot of sisters that never knew what a good man is supposed to be. And how a good man is supposed to treat a woman. Because they probably seen stepdads or other random men in and out of their life, probably beating their mom, misusing their mom, mistreating her, not treating her good. So this is what they grow up to see. See what I'm saying? It's imperative that us as melanated folks choose our mates carefully. Brothers, be very, very careful when you're dealing with these sisters. Very, very careful. Sisters, be very, very careful of these brothers that you deal with. Know who you're dealing with. And know that none of us are perfect. I mean, this is the melanated community. There's nobody that's a unicorn. Money isn't going to buy you common sense. So don't think that the things that a person has is going to get you out of some fucking hell hole that you're in. You know? Learn yourself. Learn yourself. I really do want to see my people learn how to talk to one another. I know that's very key because communication, if we can't communicate, how are we going to do this, right? How are we going to proceed to teach the babies? How are we going to proceed to teach our nation, birth our nation? If we can't be a man and we can't be a woman, how are we going to do that? So it's important that we learn from one another Now, I know it's a lot of sisters like, learn your damn self. You should be a man. You should be a man. Brothers like, F them bees. Why are you not a woman? Be like the next woman. That's the problem right there. But let me guess, you're not going to listen to me, right? What I just said pierced through your ears like a bullet. No, they went through. It just went through your ear. Went through one ear, came out the other ear. Like a bullet. Pierced right through it. You don't want to hear that. Nobody wants to take responsibility in this community. We want to blame one another. We don't want to hear shit. When you're constantly telling sisters what they're doing wrong, it's a problem. But they can tell you what you're doing wrong all the time. You see? Knowing damn well we all have a key role in this destruction of our people. Man and woman, brother and sister. We all have a key role in this. I don't necessarily think it's 100% the sister's fault, but I'm starting to understand that sisters have a lot more control and a lot more power because they have a lot more opportunities. So they should be in more control. And then there's brothers that, man, you got to step it up. You got to step up to the plate. We as men got to step it up. And then watch who you impregnate. Watch who you are impregnating. That's what condoms are for. Put a condom on. The pro-blacks, the pro-wax, I should say. Why do they never call out this shit in the community? I get it that, you know, the pink man is this and that. And I don't like the pink man. He's done a lot of stuff to my people, but we don't call any of these things out in our community. We don't talk about, you don't talk about the destruction in the community until one of us die, to one of our people get pierced with a bullet, or to one of our little babies get shot in the face. Why don't we talk about that? Even as men. How come men, brothers, us, how come we're not talking about this as a group? Why are we not talking about taking control of our community so that that little girl don't get shot in the face by drive-by bullets? Why are we not talking about that? We're talking about YouTube beef, YouTube fame, who got views, most popular channel. Let's do hangouts, a regime. Let's get as many people in the hangout as possible and let's talk about shit. Come on, man. The cracker man this, the cracker man that. But we don't talk about how we talk to each other. We don't talk about how we treat each other. On this social media, in real life. We don't talk about how we approach each other, how we make each other feel. Like brothers are supposed to be stoned because they're men, knowing the pressures that we have to deal with in society. So we just robots now, we stone. But when we're stoned with our women, they say you don't show emotion. When you show emotion, now you a sissified fag. See what I'm saying? You don't talk about that. Where are the pro-wax with that? Why are y'all not talking about these pedophiles that are pro-black? Where are the pro-wax with that? These hoes that are in your pro-whack community. You ain't talking about that. You ain't talking about that. So we're not trying to take control of our community. Basically, that's what you're telling me. That's what I hear. That's what I see. Dysfunction, disrespect, deceitful illusions. Lies, liars, actors, reverends, pastors, evil. You ain't talking about that. Everything that's happened to me on here has been for my people. All the hate, everything. All the toxic behavior for my people. So-called pro-wax. The pro-wax community. That's where I'm getting all my pain from, all my anger from. The pink man don't give me nearly this much grief that I get from my own people. And I get it. There are some people saying, be stronger, be stronger. Oh, I will. Trust me, I will. You don't have a choice. But this is what I say back. Don't be mad when brothers give you shit and we just don't give a fuck. Shalom.
So dangerous.